Hey my beautiful Cancer peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into the week of the 11th through the 17th. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Just want to mention as always before we start, if you're interested in a personal read, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. You'll find that information in the first link in the description below. But Team Cancer, let's see what's up here regarding your week ahead. And we'll see what we got going on. Now, you had a Queen of Swords come out, but it came out in like a crossing position that you would naturally see in like a Celtic cross kind of spread. So I'm going to look at this as a crossing energy, if you will. Queen of Swords here crossing you. Some of you, I feel, are having a tough decision on whether or not you need to cut something out here this week, or if you want to keep something in your life. I kind of feel like you're almost at a crossroads, right? Which is the position, but the crossroads is do I cut something out or do I keep it? Speaking of crossroads, there you go. Two of Wands coming into play here for you too, which is that energy of kind of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So Cancer, we start out here already for your week in a little bit of a tough spot. Trying to figure out, do I stay involved in a situation? Do I go my separate way? Or is it time to end something? Or is it time to continue something? So I feel like you're trying to come to a point of clarity on what to do in a situation is what it looks like here so far. But let's get into your main situation and see what's up. What do we got here for Cancer throughout the week here of the 11th through the 17th. Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out here with the overall energy, Cancer, what do we got? And we got here the Four of Cups. Looking at the current energy, we got the Four of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with at this time, King of Swords. And for the current outcome, the Four of Wands. 4, 4, 4. Cancer. That is the energy of you being backed and supported by your guides. When I see that number synchronicity, it's more about hold on to faith, know and trust the process. The universe is guiding you. You're backed and supported by your guides. You're going to exactly where you need to be. So I feel like this is a time, if you have any sort of doubts or anything like that, it's a good time to release your doubts because you're on the right course, you're on the right path, is what I want to say here for you. Now, looking at the overall energy of the read, we have here the Four of Cups. Four of Cups represents kind of being in a position of time where you're ignoring somebody or ignoring a situation. You're choosing to not go with some sort of opportunity here. It feels like you are choosing to look the other way. So I feel here for the beginning, Cancer, with this overall energy, you're just not really interested in something anymore. You're pretty much turning yourself in a different direction. You do have something specific you're holding on to. This can be an idea. This can be a dream. This could be a desire. So I feel like you guys have been noticing that something very specific has been coming up that has been grabbing your attention. Maybe you've been feeling a calling. I kind of get for some of you Cancers too, that there's some sort of calling like type of energy coming towards you. You might have been feeling called as of late to shift your career. Maybe there's a career you've been feeling specifically called to. You're feeling more invested. You're like, let me look into this. Maybe you started to feel more called towards a specific person, more called towards a devotion. But you're at that point here, Cancer, with the King of Swords where it's like, yeah, I don't know. Something's becoming more serious. Like I feel like I need to seriously be invested in whatever this is. I feel like I need to take it serious. And if I can, there will be success here. For example, maybe it's something that seems totally random, but at the same time, you feel called to it, right? Let's say career. Right now, you're currently maybe working, a normal 9-to-5 job, but you're being called to be an engineer. Maybe it feels like it came out of nowhere, but maybe it's not that it came out of nowhere, but instead it was the next step in your career path. It was just something that's aligning with you at this time. It was a calling. And you might have not known you're this fantastic engineer, but as you start taking it serious and looking into it and doing the steps you need to become one, you're like, whoa, this is my calling. I'm a fucking fantastic engineer. It could be something as simple as that. So looking at the outcome here, Four of Wands, I think that there is going to be a new life of abundance coming in here towards you, some sort of new abundant path that is going to be very natural for you. You're going to feel very called to it. You're going to be very good with this path. And you're starting to take it more serious here now. You're like, okay, this has been on my mind for quite some time this week. I should probably look into it. So far for the main situation, I do feel like you're being called to something new. But you know what? It's something I'm even hearing and even daring to say that you were born to do. So if this is the energy of pursuing a passion, pursuing some sort of new interest for your career, if it's about pursuing a specific person, this is the energy of like you are meant for this, Cancer. So start taking it more seriously, start taking action towards it, and you can really create a lot of abundance here and comfort here as well, a lot of stability with the Four of Wands. I think you'll be happy with this new path overall. Now, if there's any challenges showing up, what's coming up in the challenge position here for Cancer? Yeah, just getting started, I think, is the challenge. We got here the Judgment card, taking that first chance, taking that first leap. So that's why you have the King of Swords, which is telling you, hey, Cancer, something here is calling you, So answer the call, take it seriously, really invest in it. I feel like that's been the tricky part. It's like, I don't know, do I look at this as a calling? Do I go for this? Do I just stay where I'm at currently? I don't know, but it's hard to get something off your mind. You've been thinking about something really, really heavily here. And I think it's going to be more and more prominent this week for you specifically. So the challenge here is getting started, really taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. But I think, Cancer, if you do so, you're not going to regret it. You're going to be really happy here that you made this specific choice. Now, let's have a look here and see what the rest of the week has in store for you. So we got here a Four of Swords, and we have here a 10 of Wands. I do think that you are going to notice as well, like not taking action on this is kind of bumming you out. So if, like I said, if you're being called for some reason to feel more fascinated in engineering, if you're being called to kind of that path, maybe it's something that you're starting to obsess over in a positive way. I think that a part of you is like, man, if I don't pursue this, I'll be kind of bummed. Like, I feel like this would be like a really, really cool path to set foot on. So I feel like you're starting to think about this path, and that if you were to miss out on it, you wouldn't necessarily be happy with the idea of that. So I see here with the Star card, it's like, let's make some moves. Let's align myself here. How do I get to where I want to go? How do I get to the Four of Wands? How do I get to the path that's going to make me happy right now? So you're basically starting to come to the conclusion of like, not giving this a chance is not on the cards for me. I have to give this a chance and see what happens. And we also got here the Hangman, and we have here the Eight of Wands. Cool. So this is about uncovering, guys, the way to get to where you need to go. So what you're going to be figuring out here this week is the how, right? So I'm interested in something, I'm feeling called towards something, but how do I get there? Hangman can typically be the energy that represents stagnation, but I feel like in your specific case, it can also mean an epiphany or a realization. So you're having an epiphany of how to travel, Eight of Wands, how to move into that new beginning that you want to be a part of. So you're basically starting to focus on the how, and then now that you figured out the how this week, you can go forward and start taking action, which is really, really fantastic. So Cancer, so far, pretty damn good. Is there anything else going on here that Cancers can expect throughout this week? We have here the Nine of Wands, and we have here the Five of Swords. I do think to a certain degree, whatever you're feeling called towards, you're kind of keeping it hush hush and low key. I don't think you're being very open about it at this time. There could be to a certain degree a feeling that other people may not support you, or there could be a feeling here that other people might not be as open to this path as you are. It could be something that's out of the norm. And when I say out of the norm, it's maybe out of the norm for the people you associate with, but it's not something that is necessarily what people would look at as bad or negative in general. Maybe this is something that your family is like, oh, you want to do that? Like, okay, like that's not usual for your family or your friends. But either way, whether or not it's out of the norm, I just think to a certain degree, it's like, I don't really want to share this path yet until I kind of go on it. There might be a worry here of a lack of support. Okay, now we have here a Knight of Swords though. Beautiful. Like I said, you are going to get started here this week on going towards what you're feeling called to. And here is the confirmation. Knight of Swords here to the Eight of Cups. You're getting ready here to take your trip. So you're walking towards what you want and desire. So far, Cancer, really good here for the main situation. You got a calling and you're starting to take action on it. Now, despite this main situation, before we get into career, love, and personal, is there anything else Cancer can expect here in September? Even if it's something random. Page of Cups showing up for you, Cancer. We also have here the Tower. There could be some sort of apology, guys, coming in for you guys this week specifically, especially if this is about a friendship that ended a couple years ago or a relationship that ended a while ago. It doesn't have to go as far back as a couple years. It could be a couple months, a couple weeks. But considering with Mercury in retrograde here at this time, I am getting the feeling here of some sort of old situation coming back up and somebody's apologizing to you. I think they had a lot of time here to kind of think about the past, think about what went down between the two of you. So it does feel to me here that after some sort of ending, and I feel like for most of you it occurred a while ago, but it can be recent past, but some sort of ending here, someone's going to come up here and apologize for kind of their part that they played in the ending of whatever kind of relationship the two of you had, romantic, platonic, etc. So definitely feeling some sort of apology energies showing up here as well. Pretty interesting stuff though. All right, Cancer, let's hop on into career and see what's going on over there for you this week. So what do we have here for Cancer regarding career here in the week of the 11th through the 17th? We have here the 7 of Wands. We have here the Strength card. We have here the 6 of Wands. Love it. 7 of Wands showing up here, especially paired with the Strength card. Yeah, I think that a lot of you guys kind of can't fight the feeling anymore if there are changes you want to make in your career. I do think for a lot of you, the main situation was probably talking about career, meaning that you're being called to something new directional-wise in your career, but the main situation can apply to anything. Regardless, though, for your career, it does say to me here, you are restless. There is some sort of change you want to see happen. There is something that you cannot hold back on anymore. It's something that you want to do. And I feel like you're going to go ahead and do it here this week, Cancer. You got a 6 of Wands being a card of massive success. So let's say, for example, if you've been really wanting a certain promotion, if you've been really wanting to change your position in your workspace and do something because it's just been very fascinating for you, or you've been really happy with the idea of it, I think that you're going to be very much so taking action here, taking charge and initiative. It could be about talking to your boss saying, hey, I really think I'm ready to take the next step in my career. I think I'm ready for this position. I would really appreciate it if you can try me out even just for a day and see how I do. You know, I think that this is the time where you're starting to create and put a lot more effort into your work and show people your capabilities. And I feel like your capabilities here this week will most certainly be proven. So don't be afraid here to kind of ask for opportunity in your career this week. Don't be afraid to ask for a raise. Don't be afraid to ask for a chance to try out a new position or to bring a cool idea to the table. I think that it's a week full of opportunity and you can create this opportunity in your career. So definitely go for it, Cancer, is what I'm hearing for you. Now, coming into your love life, let's look at the Cancer singles first. What do we got for Cancer singles in love coming into the 11th through the 17th? What do we got for Cancer singles in love? First card's going to be the Moon card. Definitely some feelings showing up. King of Pentacles. And we have here the 7 of Swords. Cancer singles. Let's have a conversation. 7 of Swords here doesn't necessarily mean you're dealing with a deceptive person. I feel like this is fear that you've gotten attached too quickly in kind of like a situationship, right? You got here a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles does represent comfort and stability. So you've got very comfortable with someone. You're very fond of this person though. And I see here with the Moon card, like there's a lot of romantic feelings here intertwined with this specific person too. But the Moon card here is Pisces, and the ruler of Pisces is Neptune, and Neptune energy can be very illusionary. So there is this energy here where you don't necessarily know exactly where things are going to go. I feel like there's a part of you that kind of feels a little worried and concerned that you're getting too comfortable or too attached with a person. But I feel like it's an illusion, Cancer. Like you're kind of worried that you're more attached than they are. But at the end of the day, I think that both of you here are very mutual in how you feel towards each other. And I think that you're reading into it possibly too deep. So Cancer, I would be mindful of getting trapped in the illusion for the Cancer singles dealing with like a situationship or a connection. Don't fall for the illusion that you care way too much more than this person does. They're showing up for a reason. You two are connecting for a reason. You're vibing for a reason. So don't worry too much about it. Have fun with this person. See where things go. That's what I would say. Don't be so fearful right now of being too attached or being scared to get hurt. You know, at the end of the day, play it out, let it play out, see what happens overall. But I think right now you're kind of in a pretty mutual space here. If you're a Cancer single, currently talking and communicating to somebody on a romantic level. Now for Cancers that are couples, Cancerian couples, let's see what's going on with you. What do we got here for the Cancer couples? Throughout the 11th through the 17th, we have here the 7 of Pentacles, we have here the Temperance, and we have here the Devil coming up here as well. For the coupled Cancers, I do see that you could be planting some sort of new seeds. This could be the energy, by the way, 7 of Pentacles, of deciding to possibly plan a pregnancy or to get ready to take that next step here and have a baby. So some of you guys here can be on that path right now. I do want to say though, planting new seeds for the relationship, you could be purchasing properties, taking the next step in you're in the chapter of your relationship, buying a home, getting an apartment. Maybe you guys are putting your finances together, your assets together to see what you can do in reference to purchasing things together. I feel a lot about money with Cancerian couples. So it's like you might be making purchases together, putting down payments on stuff, things of that nature could be happening this week. You might see movement there. I do see that in reference to how you guys are feeling with each other this week. Temperance card, very chill week here for the Cancer couples, not feeling any sort of negative energy showing up for you. Temperance here represents energies are high vibing. Both of you are happy. You're feeling good about things. So like I said here, guys, if you are doing financial stuff, I think you feel pretty comfortable with it. I do want to just mention though, with the devil showing up, especially with financial stuff, Mercury is in retrograde at this time. So for Cancer couples making financial decisions, make sure you read the fine print is all. I'm not going to tell you don't make any big financial decisions. You most certainly can, but really make sure you're reading the fine print. Really see every detail of what you're investing in financially before you make the investment. Be as thorough as you can, because while Mercury is in retrograde, we can tend to overlook things sometimes. So you want to make sure you're on top of all of that. Other than that, though, the devil here could just be like a really intimate week here for the Crab Gang. So for the Cancerian couples, you guys might be like a couple of rabbits. Who knows? Okay. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, right? In that retrospect, but intimacy can be rather high. Now, let's have a look here and see what's going on here for Cancers personally throughout this week of the 11th. What's going on here personally for Cancer? Ace of Pentacles coming out, guys. Page of Swords, and we have here a Ten of Swords coming into play here too. Yeah, I feel like you're starting to be very observant here of new opportunity coming into play for you. You're really starting to see a new path open up, new opportunities open up for you. I think a lot of you are not resonating anymore with the current path you've been on, Ten of Swords. So you're in preparation of leaving one chapter of your life behind to enter a brand new chapter. You know, when I covered the main situation for you, I pretty much predicted that there is some sort of new calling coming in for you. So there's going to be some sort of new path showing up. And I feel like that's still here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You're really going to observe that this week. And, you know, I think you're going to get to that point where it's like, okay, it's time for a change to happen. Ten of Swords. Let's kind of end this path I've been sitting on and let's jump into something brand new. All right, so that's what I feel is going on with you personally still. Really aligns here with the main situation. I think you guys are definitely feeling the call and you're accepting the call here too. Okay. All right, Team Cancer, let's hop on into the overall outcome for your week. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Cancers for the week of the 11th? And what do we got? We got here the Knight of Pentacles. I love it. Knight of Pentacles here is ready for the work. Now, even though the Knight of Pentacles is not the fastest moving energy in the tarot, Knight of Pentacles is committed, devoted, and willing to get started. So Cancers, I really feel here like you're setting foot on your path here. You know, you are ready to be slow and steady, but also slow and steady wins the race at the same time too, Cancer. So there's no reason to rush your current path either way. All right, so I like that for you. Outcome showing up here, Knight of Pentacles, getting ready here to be committed, devoted, and to really put some work into your new beginning that you're feeling called to. Remember, it's not about the rush, it's not a race, but instead it's about enjoying the journey. And I very much so feel like coming up in your near future, you really are going to begin to enjoy this new journey. Cancer, you guys had a awesome freaking reading for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I love reading for everybody, love reading for you, so thank you for giving me the honor to do so. If you are new here, definitely do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like and a comment down below. And if you do want to get a personal read, first link in the description below. But Cancers, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Later, guys, and peace.